name is Stephen Brown, and I am the CEO of the National Council of Canadian Muslims. Today, many are proud to be Canadian, because today, to be Canadian means to stand for the application of international law, recognition of all human rights, and the pursuit of justice and peace. Now, why does that matter? I think you heard it from members yesterday, that as Canadians, we expect to stand for human rights. And what is happening in Palestine right now, with the slaughter of thousands of children by the extremist Netanyahu government, stands as a grave threat to our rules-based order and our democratic institutions. We witnessed many members of parliament affiliated with different parties vote in the House of Commons to pass a historic motion affirming Palestinian human rights and standing against the slaughter of innocent civilians. This represents an important moral commitment to work with allies for peace and justice in the region, to do everything that we can do to do the following: support an immediate ceasefire, suspend trade of military goods and technology with Israel while it engages in what the International Court of Justice has warned is a plausible genocide, ensure long-term continued support for the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, more commonly known as UNRWA, that millions of Palestinian refugees rely on for food, medicine, and other necessities. Support the work of the International Court of Justice and the International Criminal Court. Demand unimpeded, safe, humanitarian access to Gaza. Ensure that Canadians trapped in Gaza can safely come home. And continue to advocate for the establishment of the State of Palestine as part of a two-state solution, and work towards ensuring human rights and democratic freedoms for Palestinians and Israelis alike. These commitments are needed now more than ever. And while there are many people to thank for the passing of this motion, including every single member who bravely stood on the right side of history, let us start with acknowledging the tireless efforts of the NDP members who introduced this motion forward. We would like to commend MP McPherson for her incredible efforts in fighting for Palestinians to be seen by the Canadian government as more than just a footnote in the history of this conflict. We acknowledge that it was the NDP who fought for Palestinians to be seen as people with rights, including the right to exist. At the same time, we want to acknowledge and thank the government for taking some of its most important steps towards doing the right thing. This government heard our concerns. They listened to us. We appreciate that. This was a historic moment of collaboration with the NDP, Green Party, and the Bloc to help save lives and a building block for lasting peace.